Okay guys, so I'm not here today, but I have posted everything into your Google Classroom. So when you come into class, make sure you log in. So by now you should be watching this video right here. So I'm going to post the link right here, so you should see it in a little bit. So when class starts at 8:40, between 8:30 and 8:40, I'd like for you to just review the video so that way you know what my expectations are for today. So I'm not there today. I'm actually sitting right now in my hotel room in Albuquerque because I am at a presentation around land. So I'm excited to share what I learned with you all, and while I'm not there, my expectations are that you are working and you are treating Miss Jimenez with respect. Uh, this is not a day just to slack off. Just because I'm not there doesn't mean you are allowed to do what you want to do. You have a clear list of things to do. I will be back tomorrow, and so I will check. So, again, just prove to me that you are responsible. Um, I don't think we ask for a lot, and I hope that you take advantage of your learning today. Okay? Hagoshi. So, here we go. So, after you finish watching this video, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to work on estimating roots, maze 1 and 2. So this is the sheet that you're working on. So there's two of them. So if you guys don't remember how to estimate roots, I've posted a link right here to the Khan Academy video that you can visit. So make sure you're looking at that. So with this one, you would look at this, we'll do this one as an example. It's between 9 and 10. So I know that 9 squared is 81. So the square root of 81 is 9, and the square root of 10 is 100. So which one is it closest to? Well, it looks like it would be closest to, I would say, square root of 94, because 94 is closer to 100. 84 would be around here. So I would choose this one and I would go to this way. So this maze tells you to go this way. Okay. And then you would go to this one. Which one is it? Is it closest to this one or this one? So you want to get to the end of the maze and know it's not just going zhoo, zhoo. You have to solve it right. There's a certain pattern for it. So the first thing you're going to do is this one here, and this is to help you get prepared for our test that includes estimating square roots. And then there's a second one right here. So you are to complete both of these, and you don't have all the time in the world. So use your chart. You guys all have that chart. The one that we have in the classroom too should be posted. So use it. Don't just sit there and fumble. It's not time to take a nap. So make sure we're finishing this one. So that's your first task. And you don't get a lot of time. So I'm going to ask that well, you do have a lot of time. That's 35 minutes. It might not take you that long, but you have that time. At 9:15, you should be done. If you're not done, then you need to work on it during lunch. I expect to see it tomorrow, so make sure this one is the first thing you get done. Now, again, just because it's the first thing you get done doesn't mean that that's the only thing you're going to do all of class. You have this entire to-do list, so just make sure that you're really on top of it. Today, you're kind of managing your time, so do a good job. So we have those mazes, and if you're still stuck, you can click here, and it'll take you to the Khan Academy video. So if you just press play, whoops, if you just press play, it'll show you exactly how to do it if you forgot, okay? And if you want more practice, you can also look at this one, and this one, and this one. Just these three. Don't go on to all these others. You can on your own time, but for today, if you want some help, you can take a look at this video, you can take a look at these examples, and you can do this practice, okay? So after you are done with this roots, you're going to move on to your tiny house update. So I believe Jacob was out. Let me see. Jacob was out. I think you were the only one, Jacob. So check the box where we keep the extra papers. They should be in there. Okay. And so here is the tiny house project. So again, you guys were given this whole packet that outlines what you're supposed to do. I did give you guys a lot of time to sketch your rough draft. So all of us should be looking at this page right here. So this is your first rough draft, your blueprints. So when you go through it, and again, the expectation is that every single one of these things on the checklist are included in your rough draft. So go ahead and check. Once you've checked, I know some of you were getting close to finishing up. Maybe share it with someone next to you and say, what do you think the layout of my house looks like? Because who knows, maybe someone's bed is right next to the toilet and we don't really want that, or their kitchen and their toilet are in the same room. So just make sure you check it and check that they have all these things and then it makes sense. Okay. So again, these are the things you need to have in your tiny house. Now, what I want you to do is, this isn't your final version, so on your sheet it says final version, but I'm actually going to bring you some cardstock to do this on, either Wednesday or Thursday. But I want you to redraw, this was your first draft. Get some feedback. Once you have that feedback, make the changes, and this will be what you're going to present to me on Tuesday. I'll approve it or I won't approve it, if it doesn't make sense. And so you're only going to have a little bit of time to, make your final version. So for today, focus on the rough draft. Make sure all of this is filled out and you have everything on your checklist. And then go ahead and start working on the final version after that. So you can do this page, and this page. Okay, and I'll check it tomorrow. Don't do this yet until I approve it. Okay, so this one, you only have 15 minutes, which I think is enough time. So again, don't lollygag, really focus. Now, once you get finished with that tiny house at 9:30, then you need to go to your IXL practice. So some of you are very behind. There's quite a few that are posted and you just might not have got all of them. So remember that green sheet, make sure you check that green sheet that you have. The other thing is that I did post some new ones today. So I'm going to be doing that. That'll include area and perimeter. Okay? So these are your 4 tasks. I'll review them one more time. You've watched this video, so you got that done. Then your roots maze is first. So that's only 35 minutes to work on that. Watch this video if you need to. Then do your tiny house update and then IXL practice. There are 3 main things you need to do. Now make sure you do them and you do them diligently. What that means is do a good job. Don't, just because I'm not there doesn't mean my expectations are lower. Okay? In fact, they are higher. Okay? So I'll see you tomorrow. Ask Miss Jimenez if you have any questions. Jenny, typically I don't allow them to go to the restroom unless they can produce work. So make sure you're proving to her and yourself that you're able to be a responsible 8th grader and math scholar. Hagoshin, Hagone.